Bob, it's great to see you. How have things been going with the pandemic, and what have you been up to? It's great to see you.
I've been doing I've been doing well. I have enough going on here at the condo that I've been able to keep busy. Um, I had to I had to stop the peg loom weaving that I originally brought to the show because it's a repetitive motion type thing, and I injured my arm in the fall in January, and so I didn't give up though. I found something called I found a story about something called a rigid Heddle loom, and I found somebody locally that sells these things, and I purchased one, and they were kind enough to give me a instruction. So I'm now weaving up a storm.
Oh, that's awesome. So, with being quarantined and everything with the pandemic, I'm sure it's been great to get back to weaving. Is it helping or?
Oh yeah, I mean anything that anything that keeps the gears ticking is good, and don't don't overstress. My hobby becomes my vocation in these times because it allows me to focus on something positive. If I can take if I can take 5 balls of yarn and make a scarf out of it, well, I am indeed in control of my mental processes, and that's what you need during these times.
Yeah, I'm sure having the opportunity to uh, weave has been great. So I was curious, how is this new methodology different from the peg loom?
Um, Peg loom is what it is. It's pegs. You put pegs in a board, and you weave going over the top, and then when you pull the peg up, there's a line that's anchored into it, and the peg pulls through, and you advance it downwards. Now, sorry, my first piece. This is this is my this is my first piece right here, and it's purely a practice piece. But what happens is that you have a you have you're looking at a field. It'd be looking you're looking at a field of strings, and then you interweave the line through it, and the way it's set up is that you have two sets of lines, and one will be like this, and the other one will be down like this, and you advance the thread through it, and it's automatic weaving. It cuts out the repetitive motion of the peg loom weaving. And if you have problems with a repetitive motion injury, or you've done a lot of manual labor all your life, and you want to maximize the joy of weaving, well then I found this, and this is what's working right now.
Yeah. So, it, do you think? I know that you did get a lot of joy out of the peg loom, and this seems like it's really filling in the this traditional loom weaving. It has a nice look to it.
Well,
Is it?
the artistic mindset should not be chained to one thing. To be an artist is to look at the environment and perceive it in various different ways. And in some ways, you just have your perception and you appreciate it. But when you can express that perception through a process or an application, it's always good to at least try it. Peg loom weaving is still a part of my repertoire. I just am a little shy of doing it right now because I don't want to trigger a repetitive motion injury in my weaving arm, because it will take forever for it to heal, and that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah, of course. And so as you sort of look ahead, what kind of pieces do you see yourself working on, and where do you want to go with this new traditional loom?
Well, I keep experimenting with this, and these are all practice pieces. So if you're an accomplished weaver looking at this, this is just practice that I'm sharing, so people can see what's possible to do. And I see myself down the road doing wider pieces, and you know, developing what I'm doing. I mean, I literally started doing this a week ago, and I have the time to put into it, so I put a lot of intensive time into it, and it's like I lived at my weaving station because I was so taken with what I was doing. You can what you can do with different colors, different patterns. It's very intellectually satisfying.
So Bob, like, as is there a way, as far as like all the different you think about when you're creating a piece, like how you put the different colors together?
The different color yarns are like they're like color palettes in a painting, and I'm finding myself thinking of thinking and discovering of ways of applying the yarn to get different patterns and different looks. Here's a here's another one that I've done, and this is the various different colors that you get, and this is my favorite right here. This is my favorite, and this took several days to do, and I just discovered how to do these patterns. I mean, it came to me in a dream. No, out of the middle of nowhere, these patterns started appearing. And again, this is a practice scarf, so I'm really this is one I'm particularly proud of. I have to learn my measurements. I was weaving this for the better part of 2 days, and it's not even close to being enough for me. So I have to study how to do the measurements better. But you can go. It's a 15-inch loom. So this is just about as wide as I could get it, and still have it be manageable. I like how I can discover things with this, like joining the different colors together. This is you know it, but you can see that'd be a good width for a scarf. So I'm learning, and if somebody's watching this and they're an accomplished weaver, I'm very much just getting into this. So mea culpa with my lack of knowledge of the terms and the structures and things like that. But in succeeding, in succeeding shows, I will know more, and I will speak as if I do. But right now, I'm just in the absolute thrill-filled joy of discovery of something new. So as an artist, I wanted to share it, and I wanted to share it from the beginning. A lot of people only come on as accomplished artists. I saw I've become an admirer of an acrylic paint artist called Kalen Schaub, I think his name is, and he paints these beautiful paintings, and he has unique technique. But what he did recently is post several videos of him making mistakes, and that to me is also the essence of art. We make mistakes, and if art imitates life, then if we make a mistake in our art and we fix it and we can share that with the world, it might inspire somebody.
Yeah. So you're saying not every project turns out like you originally thought about it?
Right, right. I'll go with I will go with a color combination in my mind, and 5 minutes into it, it looks totally different than what I thought it would look like. So it's just I like roll with it, and I keep going because I'm just in practice mode now, and that is actually when some of the most interesting discoveries have happened.
It seems like experimentation is sort of the reason for inspiration sometimes, right?
Well, this just came to me. It may not make sense to everybody, but uh, experimentation to me is like it's like mental calisthenics, like mental jumping jacks, and it energizes my brain to keep exploring. You know, if I did this, what would happen? Then if I did that, what would happen? And if I put the two of them together, how would they look? That type of thing.
That's great. So where do you see yourself? You're just starting off on this journey now. You have your brand new loom, and you're getting your feet wet. Um, where do you hope to be?
This this with this loom, I see myself being able to do things that are far away and beyond from where I am right now. Uh, I can do scarves. I can do clothing panels. I can do all that stuff. But it's just it's the art of the creation, and it's the use of color, and uh, how it. I have people that I have somebody that wants a prayer mat already. I have somebody that would like me to make them a scarf. So I'm just prepared to travel in that stream and to see where it see where it takes me. See how people like what I do. Um, I don't even want to talk if there's a market for it right now. This is just to take some of these things that I've shown you and look at it and say, yeah, I did that. It gives me a sense of accomplishment, which is very rewarding and beneficial at the same time.
That's great. So as we sort of embark on this new path, do you have any other sort of words to wisdom as we come along with you?
Uh, yeah, words of wisdom, hobbies are the best things because you're in control of what you're doing. You can shut out the entire world and remind yourself that if you so choose to be, you can be in control of your mental processes. You can settle yourself down, and by doing that, you'll be better prepared when you go back out to the situation that we're dealing with now.
All right, so I'm going to ask you that again because my camera stuttered a little bit, and
Your
you
camera
buffered a
stuttered, or
little.
I did?
No, it was the buffer. It was the buffering. Zoom buffered there for a minute.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess I would just say, obviously you have a joy for weaving, and it really helps you. And you know, how do you know, do you have any words of wisdom for all of us as so that we can kind of feel the joy too?
I love discovering things, and I began to look for my own discoveries in things that I did. I stepped away. I stepped away from the world at large and began to discover the power of my own mind. I did it through art. I've done painting. I've done weaving. I've done braiding. All that stuff because it's allows you to be separate, if only for a time, from the rat race that we all are forced to run on. And in that time of separation, I can retool my mental processes. I can get revelations that I normally wouldn't get if I was up to up to the speed of the outside world. I can slow down, and in slowing down, I can armor plate my intelligence and not allow it to be affected by everything that comes my way on Facebook, on YouTube. I can be, to the extent that I'm able, I can be the master of my own destiny.
Well said. So, is there anything else that you'd like to tell us that I didn't ask you?
Don't be afraid to try something different. It doesn't matter what other people think. What's it doing for you mentally. I've had a couple of artistic venues that I've tried that people have kind of they looked at me funny, but I persevered and I pursued it, because within that pursuit, I had several serious victories and discoveries. And if I had listened to what other people were saying, I never would have got there.
Mhm. So we're starting off on this journey together, and we're gonna continue to what do you think you're gonna have? Where are we gonna go for our next episode? Give us a little preview.
I'm going to, for the next episode, I will know my terminology, and the loom will be set up, and I'll be doing some weaving. So that's my goal for the next episode.